someone that they can look up to and to tell their friends about. And you know, as my son in high school, we were the house where all the football players came, and I'm feeding an army of, you know, massively eating boys. And we were the house that everybody wanted to hang out at. And that was so amazing to me, because that means that they were not only does my child respect me, but their friends respect me, and they respect my child enough to come in and want to hang out with us as parents. And so, you know, knowing how to speak over your children and to speak life into them and to not speak death into them and to not speak death over them and to not cancel out what they believe in themselves. But my job is to truly encourage them and to let them know that they can do whatever it is that they put their mind to, because they can do anything as long as they know that they're doing it through Christ and not themselves. And so that was one of the biggest takeaways in what it was that God allowed me to see, was that I'm not being a parent by my own might and strength, but I'm being a parent by what it is that He has given me to use, and how will I use that.
Well, it's all about
this project was amazing. Yeah.
You know, it's all about the foundation, because being followers of Christ, and people don't understand parenting is really a privilege. Having to mold and shape these children into
one I do not take lightly.
No, into what God had. No, because you're accountable. You know, you're accountable, and that's why, like you said earlier, you know, people talking down, that's, you know, causing your child to be rebellious and hateful towards you without an explanation. And you know, that can cause, you know, children need to feel safe. Need to feel safe. They need to feel like somebody, you know. I remember my daughter, oh my God, she was, every time something happened at school, I'm calling my mother. Everybody knew who I was at school. Uh-oh, here comes her mother. Because, you know, but she knew she could do that. She felt comfortable. You know, whether she was right or wrong, you know, I would come, and I would always come, drop everything and come and see what was going on and deal with it right there. So with them knowing and being comfortable and being able to share what's going on, you know, I tried to project that same that with my kids overall. It didn't work with all of them. Some of them was sneaky. You know?
Each different.
No, didn't work all the time, but with her it worked, and I was able to nip stuff in the bud, but she felt secure, you know.
And I think that's one thing that a lot of people and a lot of parents honestly fail at, because they're afraid, or they just don't take the time and energy. And I think one of the biggest positives or benefits and blessings in my relationship with my oldest daughter is that I talked to her on a real level. Like, you need to know, and you're absolutely correct about, you know, making sure that your children feel safe coming to you, because it's not just safe in a physical sense, but it's safe. They need to be safe emotionally, and they need to be safe mentally, and they need to feel safe spiritually, so that they know that whatever they bring to me, I'm not going to tell them they're being stupid or they're overreacting. And I think one of the biggest blessings that I have seen in my relationship with my oldest daughter, and she has done a whole lot of stuff in her short years. I mean, she models, she's done some acting, she's done some voiceovers, she's worked with celebrities, and has all these mentors and designers and pageants and all of this different stuff that she has been through. The one thing that I made sure of was that she knows, no matter what, Nothing is ever off limits. Don't ever be afraid to come and talk to me about anything. There is no subject that's off limits. And she knows that she can do that in a safe place, that I am not going to judge her, but I am going to open myself up to God first to work through me, and that she knows what she's going to get from me is not an emotional response, but it is something that I have taken the time and effort to seek God on before I give to her. And that has been one of the most amazing things, because it's kind of hard to do for me with my son. You know, there's things he's like, nope, I need to talk to Dad. I can't talk to you. And so that was very special, because that's one of the things that I didn't get with my oldest son. Like, he doesn't want to tell me all of those things that he's going through. But for my daughter, being able to have that open, transparent relationship where she can know, listen, these are my mistakes. These are the things that I did. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I have failed so many times. And every single time that I have fallen, I have made sure to get back up and keep going.
Right. And that's so important, you know, to know that I made mistakes. I wasn't perfect. I wasn't perfect, but here I am telling you, lamenting to you, telling you that it's not about being perfect, but it's about consequences and choices that you make.
Right.
And that's part of, you know, and that's the whole purpose of this book. It's not to preach down.
It's amazing.
People, you know, it's not to preach down at people, but it's to just say, here, this is who we are, and this is what we had to do in order to get the children to the next level. So was nothing easy, wasn't nothing perfect.
Nope.
Do they make bad choices? Yes, they do. But, you know, once you get them to a certain place, then you could say you've done the best you can. And, you know, and that's all you could do. But communication is crucial.
Yes.
Yes,
like it is. Oh my gosh.
Clear communication is crucial in this process. So we're down to our last few minutes. What would you say to any mother who is raising a daughter who is having difficulty communicating with her child right
now? First, I would say pray. Honestly, you need to ask God what it is that you need to see first in yourself. Because we need to know what's going on with us before we can help someone else. And we have to be in the right headspace in order to do that. So if there are communication problems, there's a root issue for it somewhere. And so you might need to find out where that root issue lies first, so that you can figure out how you need to go back and correct it. Because with any communication, if there's a blockage somewhere, you're not going to get through. So if you're having difficulties communicating with your daughter, one, find out, first of all, how are you speaking to her? How is she responding to what it is that you're saying to her? How is she speaking to you, and how are you responding to what it is that she's saying to you? And find out what's going on. You know, make sure that she knows that she's safe talking to you, that there isn't going to be, sometimes natural consequences take care of themselves.
Right.
And so I've learned that you can't always be a parent who is ready to discipline right away, because natural consequences will come into play. And sometimes they need to see that, because that's part of learning conflict resolution skills. How am I going to react to other things in life? And so being able to communicate by just really being open and honest, go to God, ask him to show you what it is that you need to help you get through whatever barrier is there that's causing that communication issue. And then just be honest. Be honest. It's okay to say, hey, I might not know what I'm doing right now. I might not make the best choice. I might not make the right choice. but I'm here and you're my child and you're my daughter and I love you and all I want to see is for God to show you who you are. There's so many different levels. It's so difficult to pinpoint one thing, but
exactly,
really go to God first, because we have to know how to say things in a way that they're going to be received by our children.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Thecia,
Thank you
for coming on the show, and I pray
truly blessed to be a part of it.
Thank you. I pray that everyone enjoyed this podcast. If you would like a copy of the book, Mothers Speak, Christian Women Share Their Wisdom for Spiritual and Natural Success, you can go on Amazon.com and get a copy of the book. Let us know, let us know how, how you received it. Give us a comment on the website. And, remember our Speak Life podcast is 6:30 every Tuesday morning. There's a new podcast. We'll be having another author on next week. And we thank you for sharing this time with us. Okay, be blessed, have a blessed week, and be safe.